Damn. Damn.
The hottest podcast blogger in Jackson.
Oh, man, don't tell me I'm just a nobody. Surrounded by a bunch.
Groundhog. That nigga rocking this shit. Y'all feeling this shit. Nigga out of 601 in the Mississippi hood room. 220 West, 49 South. 555 is the Jacktown, baby. I'm screaming 220 West, 49 South. 555 is the Jacktown, baby. Screaming fuck where you from and fuck who you with. You in the hood room, nigga. Ollies on that bitch. Fuck where you from and fuck who you with. You in the hood room, nigga. Ollies in this bitch. Roll the shit up and get some started. Look a smile on my face, niggas think I'm retarded. From your hood to your block, nigga, I got to get mine. Got these haters on the side, they can't stop my shine. Roll this bitch up and get this shit started. Joke a smile on my face, niggas think I'm retarded. From your hood to your block, nigga, I got to get mine. Got these haters on the side, they can't stop my shine. Quit selling dope, started macking and pimp. I moved to Atlanta, came back to Mississippi. I done it all, got nothing to prove. Too woke to be rapper, seen that dope man blues. On your mark, get set, get ready to go. It's that Queen Foxy with me on the bitch ass hoe. Live and coast caption, we be keeping the G. With that G in that gospel, bitch, that Zach with the T. This is real nigga shit, and we get down to it. You want your grass cut, call Pookie and do it.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Man called y'all the maniacs. I'm in here with the maniacs tonight. Let me make sure.
We plugged in.
Yeah.
Y'all everybody know before we get started, man, we gotta take the hats off or whatever. We gotta get prayer. What we doing now, we praying for somebody, because anybody else praying for them. Cadillac, hit us with a little 2-3 minute prayer real fast.
You want to bow our head. Father God, thank you for waking us up this morning, blessing us to see another day, Lord. Thanks for all that you're doing and all that you're going to continue to do, Lord. And everything we do, we're going to do it in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, amen. Hey.
I still got sign over there. Y'all still can hear me over there? All right. Let's get this thing started. Yeah, we put our head back on. We praying. And you know what? Everything we do, we on this show, we try to lead by example, whatever. So everybody, make sure you pray when you get up in the morning. Make sure you pray at night. Pray as much as you can, and make sure you pray for somebody, because nowadays people ain't got nobody out there praying for.
Yeah,
we pray together. Then we can get something done. And sometimes you got to understand something. The Lord may not answer your prayer because He a busy person right now, but He gonna answer when you call Him.
Oh wait, that's powerful.
All right. Y'all know how it go. Everybody got an opening thing. So I'm going to do our opening thing on here. So get ready. Welcome to Niggaology 601 from the Mississippi Hood Room. The most exciting, entertaining, interesting, unusual program coming out of Jackson, Mississippi. I'm your host, Byron Brumfield, also known as Black Goldie the Mac. On this show, we will be talking about different topics using our constitutional rights and our freedom of speech to voice our point of views, opinions, some which may be based on facts. We try not to call names or disrespect, but we will say some disrespectful shit.
Damn so right.
All right.
That way.
When I say that, man, like I tell people all the time, man, it's 2025, so you can't judge people for what they say or how they say it, because sometimes you got to say things in a different way to get your point across. People don't understand regular shit, so you got to feed them real shit, you know? And we will enlighten you on some shit you need to know. You already know some shit you don't forget. You want some knowledge, come to college. Before I introduce a special guest tonight, I want to introduce these brothers here. We are called the Niggaologists. And you know, if you know what Niggaology is, it's a study of. Ology is a study of, and you put the rest of it with, and he'll tell you what it is. So therefore, these are called the Niggaologists. This brother right here, I'm gonna let him introduce himself first right here with the Mississippi hat on.
Yeah, man, it's your boy. You already know Cadillac John with the fifth wheel in the back, just in case you catch a flat. Gotta have your spare. You wanna be in there. You know what I'm talking about? Don't wanna be on the side of the road. Yeah, that way, man.
We got another brother over here, man. The man who making this thing, having a producer, he a CEO, he a king, he a boss, he everything, because all us we all equal over here moving Southern style. So tell them who you is, brother, and tell them what you got going.
It's your boy, Mississippi Snow. No W, because that's the shit that fall from the sky. And I'm that motherfucking guy, you hear me? Snow and love out here, that's all I'm saying. Welcome to the hood room.
All right. Thank y'all. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's watching. And be sure to comment, and we're going to answer your comments. You got any questions, you got something to say, we're going to send shots out to you. We're going to show you love and everything, because we show love because everybody's important. You know what I'm saying? When you come on here, and everybody's opinion, point of view, and whatever matter. But we're going to introduce a special guest right now. And one thing I want to do before we keep going, man, I've been with Legends all weekend, man. We were with Young Bleed down there this weekend. Big shout out to South Jackson, Sosa and Fred. Down there to fight Elite.
Real talk. Speaking of them boys, man, look, I'm going to go on and drop a little thing, man. Whoever watching, man, look, tell your friends, tell everybody, man, look, we bring a young LA down here, and we bring a little flip, you feel me? So, yeah, to be continued, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and we big shots out of South Jackson, man. I came over there, we delivered, and you know, I don't usually go out, but I'm gonna come out and show love to all our fans and everybody that's out here supporting us with this unity, love, and peace, whether the podcast, making every mission in the mood or the music. It's all working, and it's all gonna add up, y'all. So if you need us, anything, you holler at us, we gonna come when you call to sell money. Now, here go the special guest right here. This man is, when I say Young Bleed this weekend, we got another in this thing right here.
Hey.
And this man here, man, he ain't a politician, he ain't religious or nothing, he just like me. So I'm gonna introduce himself first and tell y'all who he is, then we're gonna get into the show because it's really based upon him and it's based upon some real shit dealing with him. So tell him who he is, brother.
I am at a loss for motherfucking words, man. First of all, I want to say how humbled and how honored and how grateful to walk among men that are taking a little bit and making it a lot.
That means a lot.
That's right.
So as I sit in the environment, in the den, I'm in the underground.
This the hood room.
The hood room.
Everybody got a podcast and everybody got a blog. This the Mississippi hood room.
So to see these gentlemen, these brothers, this collaboration of a rainbow colors, just working together, putting out content, giving people an opportunity to express their views. I strongly encourage the rest of you all that are watching to get yourself some.
That's right.
My real name is Howard Sanders II, not to be confused with Howard Sanders Sr., but the community name is Mr. Hey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey!
That's right.
And it's an honor.
Hey,
Man, I'm all choked up.
Yeah. Gonna be all this smoking this motherfucker.
Is that what it is?
You know that.
Hey, I want you guys to scratch the screen.
Special effects. It's special effects. That's all it is.
We got license over here too now. We got medical marijuana
Hey, I
license
want
over
to
here.
say something in Snow with no W. It said, hey, man, watch how you speak, man. I got my card.
You got it card here. Make sure you let them know. You got
that card,
I'm sitting
man.
next to Cadillac, and I said, am I sitting too close? He said,
Comfortable,
man, get
man.
comfortable.
Take your shoes off. Yeah.
So I had to peel back. I want to thank you all so much for allowing Community Strong for Jackson MS to be a part of you all's movement and your journey. And I'm looking forward to getting you guys in the vision.
We come. Most definitely.
Okay. All right. Last time I was on something, I got to telling all my darn business. So can I just start off with just a little reading, sir?
Yeah, go
Am I
ahead.
allowed to do that?
Is that what you want?
It's the hood room. Them Niggaology 601. You do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't want them to make me feel too comfortable.
Do whatever you want.
Snow will make me mess around and relapse. I got to watch
All right,
it.
now.
All
right, now.
With no W.
He will now.
First of all, I got to give a shout out. If you guys get a chance, be sure to check out Howard Sanders, uppercase I, and I'm still trying to figure out how they made this guy talk. My dad said yesterday, he said, what are you doing? I said, man, watch this. He said, that's you, ain't it? He said, yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to the art department.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the visuals, to the design graphics department.
Real
Man,
talk,
you guys
man.
threw down on this.
Yeah.
All right. So
We
anyway,
appreciate you, man.
man, I appreciate
We
you.
glad you love that,
Yeah,
man.
I had to go and get mine.
That's real shit.
See, everybody else doing the same thing. That's another thing about the show and everything that we do. We try not to do what everybody else do, and the ideas that we come up with, they be different from everybody else, so we move in different ways. And when all of us stick together and we come up with the ideas, and we get a lot done. We show people in different ways. When you stick together, you come up with different things.
Cadillac looking at me like this motherfucker about to read up in here.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all share this live. Y'all press like and y'all share this motherfucking live. We appreciate y'all watching. Share this live.
Go ahead and read, man.
Cadillac
Take him to school.
Cadillac looking at me like,
Damn.
take that one right there. It's got some
Damn.
color
Take him to
on it.
school.
All right.
You got a lot about that wisdom with him.
All right.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Here we go.
Man. You know.
Mindset is everything. The difference between a good day and a bad day is your attitude. When your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. Consciousness is a state of being aware of and responsive to one's surroundings. When I pulled up, Mr. B2 came out and told me right here. I'm like, shit, I need to be able to get out. I don't know what y'all got going on. I need to be able to get out. So consciousness is a state of being aware of and responsive to one's surroundings, not panicking, not judging, not blaming and shaming, just being consciously aware of where you are in your surroundings. To shift your life, you must first shift your mindset. Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
You know, when I've been out here, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Because there was one thing, since I've been out here doing the nonprofit thing, man.
Yes, sir.
And all the way down to the music thing. Like I was just telling everybody when the show first started, I used to be like, man, I ain't going over here, I ain't going on over there. Until I seen Dr. King and Meggie Evers, they went everywhere.
Everywhere.
They went out. They didn't care where you went to or who you were. Or what you had to say.
They went where people wouldn't go.
They went places where people wouldn't go. And that's why I had to branch out from just being that way. You know, I can't go here. I ain't going over there.
Right.
Them niggas don't like me or this and that, man. Right. I can't go over there. They ain't on my level, man. I'm going to go anywhere I can to spread the word, spread the message, get my point across. But I'm going to be mindful and aware of my surroundings, just like you just said in the
We
paper.
call it situational awareness. Know where you're going, know what's going on, and know how to engage while you're in the environment.
You want some knowledge, come to college. He just gave me. So you got some more down there? We're going to put them on through the show. I want you to pull everything out you got in that bag.
So, okay.
Let me move on. We're going to take it back at each other.
Okay.
I'm going to let you know. All right. The first thing, man, we're going to talk about, man. First of all, I want y'all to understand something. How I got to the point where I got James Hopkins, he showed me the game. You understand what I'm saying? But Kenny Stokes and Howard Sanders right here, they taught me the game.
Oh, man. Really?
They taught me the game. Because let me tell you this. One thing y'all both told me, you and Stokes both told me, both of y'all told me, don't listen to what nobody say and don't change, be yourself. That's something you both of y'all told me. And it's been working. It's been working, so I appreciate it, man. And y'all like Daniel, y'all like Mr. Miyagi, and I'm just Daniel. So,
oh, wait.
Because you got to learn from somebody.
You got to be quiet.
So I be sitting back watching the game and I be listening. So now let's get into you. The first question I want to get to you.
Shit,
so the people want to know about you, man. Have you ever killed somebody?
I have.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. No, I'm just playing, man.
Boy,
man.
That's a good one right there. That's a good one. He got him.
Now look.
That was a good one.
What the people want to know out there, man, who is Howard Sanders and what is your story? And what do you do besides come with smiles, show love, and enlighten people with knowledge and wisdom? You and Coach Abasi. Tell the people who you are and what do you do? Why do people like to come to you and you come with smiles, man, and stuff? You really connected with a lot of people, man.
Okay. When I went through a treatment program, and one thing I can say about us people is we don't wake up and say, hey, we want to be in this situation. We don't wake up and say, at least I didn't wake up and say, okay, this is what I'm going to be. But I think sometimes when we're looking for what we may consider something that we're missing, you're not missing it. So the travels and the journeys that I've had an opportunity to go through and experience, and being around people that have always looked out for me, because I was the good dude. I was a good dude. So the guys that were really overly active kind of took me in their wings. And I saw what I saw. You know what they say, life be lifing. And then I saw some fuckery. Then I saw some good and some bad. But for some odd reason, I had a chance to have a front row seat to watch what was going on in the storyline. So in the midst of that, I had a chance to be humbled. They say that ego stands for edging God out. Edging God out. And because of my own personal journey, who am I to stand in as a judge and a jury on someone else going through their trials and tribulations? So I need to focus on me. I need to watch me.
So that explains to why you bring any and everybody on your show. You don't judge, you let anybody come on your show.
Everybody got a word. Everyone has a sentence. Everyone has a paragraph. Everybody got a story.
Because, man, honestly, you done had mayors, senators, everybody who, you done had a lot.
You didn't say I had you on the show.
Yeah, I'm important too, goddamn.
You are. There's something that can be learned if we just shut these two things called lips up.
Yeah.
Just hold them tight. You'll be surprised at what you can learn from someone else. So I ask people, if you just take time to listen, there's something in that story that applies to where you are or where you're going.
Break that down for the people who don't.
If you listen, there's something in that conversation that applies to where you're going, where you came from, or where you are. It's just that simple.
Because everything you learn, you had to learn it from somebody.
You got to learn it from somebody. And some of this stuff, we call it people experience. You can either listen to somebody else's experience and attain a whole lot of knowledge and wisdom, or you can create that same information after you've already heard it. So I love people. I just love people. I've seen the best in people. I've seen the good in people. And I done seen some bullshit in folks.
Okay.
So, I get a choice and an option of, who do I want to
some
surround
knowledge, come to
myself
college.
with? Did that answer?
Some knowledge, come to college. Real
Is
shit.
that the question? Did I do okay with that?
You did wonderful with that.
Okay.
Everything else to do good.
So, and I've been around some people that really looked out for me. But then again, I've been around some folks that was bullshit. The beautiful thing about as you accrue age, when you see them bullies and them bullshitters, you can call them on it. I meet people today, 20, 30 years later, and say, hey, man, I really appreciate you being the person that you were. Then I meet some folks and say, hey, you know what? You full of shit. You know you wasn't right. Yeah. You know that was wrong to do. So you get a chance to kind of share with people where you are in your journey.
The ones that's going to tell you, hey, man, you're doing a little bit too much of this. Hey, man, slow it down a little bit. We got 12 folks up on that thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all that thing, drop some comments.
Can I tell a little quick story?
You got some questions, drop some comments.
I had a gentleman, and I always look for a bigger brother. I'm an older brother in my household, but I'm always looking for older brothers. You just want somebody older. And I'm going to shout you out, S. Woods. S. Woods was a big brother to me when I got to college. He saw people that were taking advantage, and my first dice game, the two heads shot me in the middle. I ain't no way I can win shooting in the middle, especially when they shoot me on the ends. Right. And he stepped up and told me, he said, look, man, there ain't gonna be none of that. He told me I needed to go on and close that particular roll out, and I need to bag the hell about the game, because I had no idea what I was doing. So 30 years later, when I saw this guy, S. Woods, I had to tell him, man, I really appreciate you loving on me the way you did, because he didn't have to step up against the wolves. He's a lion.
Right.
And we in the den of the wolves. Right. And he stepped up and stepped out and said, hey, man, y'all ain't finna do that. And I had no idea what was going on. So that's a good story there. Another story is a gentleman reached out to me. I thought he was my big brother. After I went through this process, come to find out he was a hyena. He was older than me. Had me believing that he had me. And then he just kind of flipped on me. So about 30 years lapsed, and he reached out to me. And I made sure that he understood I ain't that nerd and that kid that was under your wing. I've been around some real serious characters. I've been around people that put in the work and then done stuff. So now you want to reach out to me. He said, well, yeah, you kind of flipped out after the deal. And I said, regardless of whether I flipped out or not, it still was your response. You was my big brother on the front end when you was benefiting from it. So why you couldn't be? And then after we finished communicating, it was 30 days later. I think he called to make amends for what he had done. And believe it or not, 30 days later, man, the dude had passed away.
Yeah.
He was called home. But he had pulled so much stuff on folks that it was, I don't know whether he was just reaching out and saying, hey man, he couldn't say he apologized. That was too much like right. But he did reach out. He did reach out. So whatever we do that we place into the universe, you will see it again.
Yeah.
You know, if not through yourself, through your children.
You want some knowledge, come to college.
Thank you, man.
Mississippi Hood Room.
People don't believe that.
Oh, it's coming.
Like, a lot of people don't believe that. You know, one thing about it, man, you know, is the furniture, man. Like, you can't get out. It's like, it's you really in something. Like, whatever you send out, it's going to travel.
It's coming.
And it's going to hit and it's going to bounce back. It's an effect. You just don't know when it's going to come back, but it's going to bounce back. It goes out and it bounces back.
And Cadillac, come back. And it used to take years for it to bounce back. Now it's like days. It could be hours. Yeah, it's coming back. It's on a conveyor belt.
And that's what I was telling
UPS.
That's what I was telling you, though. That's what I was telling him earlier, and I was telling y'all earlier. Everything you do is going to come back to haunt you.
It's coming back.
And all the way down to your blessings. You give out blessings, they come back to you too. Your good or your bad.
Right.
It's going to come back to you, man. Man, thank you for sharing that story. Big shouts out to Purtis Williams. He was on your show today, wasn't he?
Man, Purtis, we called him our Project Humanity.
Project Humanity, man. We're going to hook something up, Purtis.
Yeah, please.
Bridget Chambers, Draco Osama, man. We appreciate all y'all watching out there, man. So stay tuned in. Y'all please go out and share this to somebody and let them know there's some real shit going on right about now. All right, the next thing I got for you, Mr. Howard Sanders. You don't mind me calling you Mr. Howard just for today.
I'm tempted to say call me that lady gingerbread, man.
Oh, Gingy. Oh, Gingy.
He feeling like he's younger days, man.
Oh, Gingy. He got his running shoes on. Yeah, he got his running shoes on.
Because you know what? One reason I say that, man, because I got 3 different people. See, I ain't had too much to drink tonight. So tonight I'm being professional. I'm Byron Brumfield.
Okay.
But when you see me in the streets, I'm Byron Slade King. But if I don't have some Ciroc or something, I'm Black Goldie the Mac.
Goldie the motherfucking Mac.
You know me and you try
Ain't no fucking joke.
Come and call and say he try polling too. Remember he came on up?
Come and call and say he'll pull up on you.
Yeah,
if you putting that stuff out there wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, what we got next, brother?
You know a change is coming in June, right?
Yes, sir.
We don't know who the mayor won't be. Jimmica Horn blow them out now.
Okay.
That don't mean because you got Zach Service out there putting
I know you ain't
work.
got many on no politics.
No, it ain't
He
politics.
be trying to say the same shit. Look at him, see? All right, we ain't wrong. We ain't wrong.
Hood ticks. This is gonna be hood ticks.
No.
This ain't politics.
No. You gotta get this here.
Okay.
So because Zach Service, he putting in work. Don't count him out. Cause remember I told he got the eye of the tiger, right?
Right.
And he a brave man, very humble, people person. But it ain't politics. This is what I'm getting out of this. From your vision and advice, what can you give the new administration? See, I'm versatile. I'm gonna be cordial. What can you give? What kind of
help me, Captain?
What kind of crime? What crime plan? Because you deal with everybody and everything.
Okay.
What kind of crime plan can you advise you give the new administration? Because you from the streets, but you also a intelligent, strong mind messenger with knowledge and wisdom, trying to get people to understand
some
shit.
AI stuff you read?
It's me.
Is that ChatGPT?
Right.
This ain't no AI podcast right here. I was saying this when we was in the studio with Young Bleed. I kept saying on the videos, this ain't no fucking AI music right here. This ain't AI music.
Is this
This
real?
ain't AI music. You
Is this
feel me? Real deal. Real deal. Yeah.
I feel my legs, and I feel them.
A lot of people be on the outside looking in, but you deal with a lot of politicians and leaders, man. You on the inside looking out.
Okay.
And which I say, you on the inside. A lot of people just try to, we need to do this, but how y'all gonna do this? Y'all on the outside looking in.
Right.
You on the inside looking out. So right now, they got Chief Wade out here right now. He out here walking around, something he ain't never did, because usually he be on the news all the time.
Right.
But he ain't giving people water. He out here giving people DUIs. Oh, you got Jose Cuervo, put it on top of the car to ride along the chief.
Right.
And I found out months ago, this is why I got off the chief ass, because I used to always be on him by
You on
being.
everybody's ass,
Yeah,
though.
but the chief
You on everybody's
he was a television personality. And,
Right.
I spoke that
Right.
highly in the talk show. But I found out that the mayor that what the mayor had him doing.
Right.
But now since the last administration, though, like the chief doing what he want to do now.
Right.
What he should have been doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna talk about the chief because I don't bash people none no more. You know, I just
might
tell you how
say
it
some
come,
disrespectful shit.
I'm gonna put my hand on the neck and they fucking up.
That's no with no W.
So my thing is, man, what advice, what kind of crime plan with you knowing people and you from the streets and stuff?
Okay.
Would you advise when you get any mayor? It ain't just politics, it's just to help people.
I'm a strongly encourage. We have some great minds to run for mayor. There's about 12 of them up there.
Right.
And all of them had some ideas. Mm-hmm. But you got to have the people that's going to work the ideas, like a Byron Broomfield, a Joseph Holliday. You got James Hopkins. You've got just these Chris Cooper. You got Operation Good. I don't want to miss anybody. You got the guys who's tied in with Judge Hicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Timothy White. You got to be able to allow them to participate and partake. But I think the old school way is find people that's got these beefs going on. You got to have a strong monitoring system on their social media. I think the group, that social media, that Instagram, ain't a whole lot of that going down on Facebook. Facebook is probably the last one to get it because of the older group.
We got fucking Facebook
that Instagram and
right
TikTok.
Now too, though.
Let's offer these youngins, these adults, these in-betweens a big-ass field and let them get down. We're going to sell some tickets. We're going to have some popcorn. We're going to let them just go out there and just fight it out.
But if they lose, they ain't gonna bring them switches out.
No, I don't believe that.
Let's
I think
get ready to
we need to be
rumble.
reprogrammed. Put the gloves on. You can always pick somebody from the neighborhood to represent you because we already know the team.
You know, niggas don't like no ass whooping.
No, they don't.
You slap the shit out of a nigga now, he gonna come back and kill you.
But they doing it anyway. Just recently at the restaurant, you know, them women
here's an idea. Here's an idea for that. Okay, you want to do community boxing type stuff, but check this out. No camera.
Check this out.
Because somebody who and then boxing gloves. So like whoever win and lose, they shake hands and walk away, hug it out, shake hands, walk away. All right, big bro, you know what I mean?
Walk away.
But no camera.
That ain't gonna happen.
No camera.
It can happen. No camera. And that means
everybody
that you
put your
got to go home
phone
and
in
get
at
your
the
weight
door.
up.
Yeah.
You got to go home and get your weight up. Go home and get your weight up.
Right.
But I do want to give a shout out to Chief Wade and
Shout
his
out
team.
Chief Wade.
Because we never know behind closed doors whose
Shout
hands
out
are
Jackson
locked.
Police.
That's why I looked
Capitol
at it.
Police.
Yeah, we just
I
never
looked at things
know.
different.
We never know until we go into that room with Oz and pull the curtain back and put them.
That's why I got off his ass when I used to be on there talking about it, when I realized that it's probably like his decision.
And salute to all the boys in blue, you know what I'm saying, regardless, because they out here doing shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be doing it.
Capitol Police
I don't want to be doing it.
They catching hell now.
Who is that?
The police, they targeting that man. God damn.
It's a lot.
So it's hard to go to work.
Somebody might shoot at you. But that's happening civilian wise, but regardless of that shit. They police. So they got targets.
They police. So the
police need security guard now.
No, they do. They do.
Damn.
So to address what you asked is David Archie had a hell of a plan about the community. I think we need to have satellite offices in certain neighborhoods.
Right.
Satellite, and he said make them part-time officers to where all they did was just work that
Community
neighborhood.
strong. Community
so they
strong.
posted up.
That makes sense.
They are Hine County Sheriff already got there watching over the light people all day, and they don't do nothing. Hine County Sheriff
Watching over the what people?
People out there working on the street in certain areas.
Something else we need to go back to. We got paper need to be picked up.
All that.
We got tires need to be picked up. You need to go out there and work your fine off.
Right.
They doing it in Rankin County.
Right.
How is it that they're able to do it in Rankin County?
Jackson's scared of change. We the last to get the change.
And change is a big word. That requires a lot of work.
But
right now.
Let me tell you something though about
Cadillac. Let me give you some room, Cadillac. Go ahead.
Hey, real talk. If you go to Rankin County on a Saturday, or Brandon on a Saturday, or Clinton on a Saturday, and it's a fact. They got ballparks out there with them
Community
kids
strong.
out there. They got baseball fields out there. They got all kinds of things going on out there with them kids, and then not only that, it be the family that be out there with the kids. Well, what do we got going on in Jackson?
it might be some misallocation of some resources.
Ain't no might be. I'ma say it motherfucking is. Ain't no might be. I'ma call it how I see it.
Hey, the comments are they're not mine.
Fighting at the Mexican restaurant, that's the best thing going on.
But you know what? It would be beautiful to get those
women
ladies,
fighting somewhere.
It would be beautiful to find out every one of those individuals that was involved, bring them in, sit them down, and have that conversation with them. And find out, and just share with us
what y'all got going on.
What y'all got going on that would cause that kind of outbreak?
And man, we gonna have to.
Y'all seen the video where the security was beating up the girl?
Y'all seen the video where the security was beating up the girl?
Oh, he was knocking them out.
It wasn't one dude in there.
What
the fuck?
Wasn't one dude in there.
But you gotta beat them up like that.
That's no cool.
I see them. Beat them up like they be liking that shit,
what
and they be saying that shit.
I wish he was about to go out. Anybody know where he at? Tell
That
me
shit was
about to
Let me
go.
tell you what was wild. Anybody
He
put their
fucking them
hands
up.
on him.
He fucking me up.
In the crowd.
He wasn't connecting them, though, man. He supposed to be knocking some bitches out.
He connected with that boy out in that
He Mike Tyson that bitch. He Mike the one in the ring. He Mike Tyson that
about 90 pounds.
Yeah, hitting him.
She stood up on something and was hitting him right. As soon as he finished whooping the one in the red, he
That shit was crazy.
around to her. He was putting it. So, but it goes back to accountability and responsibility. You put that energy out there, the karma, bro, Cadillac. You put the karma
That's
out
why
there.
at our shows and events, man, like we don't really just throw shows. We try to do events, so therefore, like, you know what I'm saying, we choreograte these events. So we ain't just out here just putting something together. It's all planned out. People are in there, I can't think of the word right now, but they trying to create an atmosphere. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, so we like to go in every show without any drama, without any violence. We want to tell people from the gate, we ain't here to start no bullshit. We want to have a good time and party. Yeah, you got to tell them from the beginning, especially.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Especially. But did somebody witness them having the disturbance and allowed it to get out of hand? We got to stop being reactive and be more proactive.
He was off that juice, knocking them bitches out like that. What the fuck?
That's something we not looking at, man. We looking at this, man. That's that new generation pattern. It's gonna take. We don't need to get regroup that new
this
generation.
Motherfucker was the Incredible Hulk on these bitches.
The program on these bitches. Because what they doing, they putting a pattern out there. This is becoming going on every weekend now. Like,
I don't know.
Mexican restaurants, they go somewhere and
but his girlfriend,
whoever,
he probably got a girlfriend. Cause look, he done beat them down. The guy that was beating all them women up.
Which one?
No, he got some charges. Lord, poor fella.
Hey, you know what?
Poor fella.
They just happened to be in the midst of it. They were jumping on him.
They were jumping on him, though.
Man, this is every week thing, everywhere we go. We gonna have to get a hold of our new generation because they not getting a hold of their own self.
Right.
They don't care. Instead of people breaking up, you have more people bringing cameras
I'm gonna
out
say
and
this
somebody
though.
trying to stop.
You know what? Go ahead.
If they was jumping on him, then yeah, they need a reality check because that ain't just no way to uphold yourself. Yeah. So you know, if he was protecting himself, salute to that motherfucker. Knock that bitch out. Knock that bitch out. If you was protecting yourself, knock that bitch out. That's all.
He was keeping score.
What you got from us, Mr. Howard?
I got another one. You ready for another?
Yeah, go ahead. Read one of us to it.
Okay. I can't tell if it's me or my other personality. But
both of them, it don't matter. You accept it here.
Higher consciousness hack. Instead of viewing others as bad or wrong or evil, simply view them as limited.
Break that down too.
Simply view them as limited. And one thing we just did is we didn't categorize anybody. We just saw what we saw.
We try not to.
And we analyzed it. And we want to come up with a solution. All right. Their level of consciousness limits them to unpalatable behaviors. And they simply cannot do better. Did you all see the one without her drawers on?
And I missed it.
She ain't had no bottoms.
The one that he pushed.
I had too much shit going on.
Had the brown on.
She didn't have. At what point did she lose her bottoms? She lost.
probably had
No
Okay,
panties.
let's say she didn't have no panties on.
Yeah.
But she had some.
It wasn't no dick in there. That was the problem. It was too much cat. It was too much cat, not enough dog. That's what it is.
So baby girl ended up with no, and then had no didn't have no mindset. Her mindset would not allow her to go put her pants back on and come back and squabble.
Yeah.
Okay. Simply cannot do better considering their current level of understanding and awareness. Just know that she
Man,
had
I
any
don't think she
awareness.
was aware
that she had
of
no
nothing.
drawers on.
I don't think she knew she was getting knocked the fuck out. Cause way old buddy was putting them bows on them motherfuckers.
Did she know she's gonna go to sleep?
Man,
You would have figured leave him the fuck alone.
Her mind, she was out of her body.
She was having an out-of-body experience. They are not bad. They are simply limited. So when we say limited, that means that you don't have your full faculties about yourself before you leave the house.
Right.
This small shift in perspective allows you greater peace, greater compassion, forgiveness, and grace. So instead of us sitting here talking about them, we really want to come up with a solution.
That's right.
Because there's some more of them powder kids out there.
Plenty of.
There's plenty of powder kids.
It's going on every week.
Fuse
every
already
day.
lit.
It's gonna be something tonight.
It's gonna be some right now. Yeah. Remember, the higher you move in consciousness, the less fault you find in others. And that's what I want to say about you, Brother Broomfield, is, and you, and I call these the maniacs, Cadillac, Snow with no W. The more we become engaged and informed, the better it is for us not to talk down about the ones coming behind.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So that's this one
I
right
understand
here.
what
So we
they're
2 for
saying.
2.
All right.
What we got next,
All
sir?
right, we're gonna get to the next one. All right. This here is kind of like a politician one.
The last one was a politician.
No,
It's a good show right
two
here.
in here on me.
No, really.
Go ahead.
This one here. When I first met you, but you'd already answered this one.
Go ahead.
When I first met you 2 years ago, the first thing you told me was
It's been
about
2 years?
Yeah, about going on 3, about this
Oh,
election.
man.
That's when the elections first started.
Right.
You told me who was gonna do something before and after. That's what to watch for. That's what you told me. And then when I want to ask you, can you name anyone who's still out there, even though they didn't come close to winning? And the election, who you think for real is about change? You can give me some names. Hell, you can give me some names or some. I want to know some unelected officials who you just know
Let's
for real.
do, like I say, change requires a lot of work. I got it. Well, when I change my drawers, that don't take too much, but you've been trained since such and such to know how to change. When I wash my face, you ain't got to change that, whether you use the same towel or get another towel. So I want to say, let's alter our behavior. Let's alter it. That's something that we can practice towards. But you can tell a whole lot about the people that were surrounded by the people that were running. They damn signs still up in the neighborhoods.
Oh man, I
See
knew
this?
it.
No.
I knew it.
Oh man,
Waste of fucking money. Waste of money.
He know before he even stepped out, his paperwork wasn't right.
And I could tell them the game, but I ain't gonna do it. Fuck them. They ain't fucking helping me.
Come get your signs
Crazy, yeah.
up. Show some love for the same community.
They littering
that
now.
You said that you
They need
was
to
in
be
love
charged.
with.
That's right.
They need to be charged, littering.
So in other words,
Hey, if you pick them up, you need to pay the motherfucking city. But see, that sounds good, but if the funds are getting misallocated,
That's true. That's a solution.
so that mean next week's show, I'm gonna have a list of
Pick them
motherfuckers who need
motherfuckers
to pick their sign up
Hey,
on next week's show.
hey, we gonna tag old buddy on Facebook. We gonna flag on the plate. Flag on the plate. Flag on the plate. Get them signs up.
Flag on
Jackson,
the flag.
Mississippi, y'all.
Old boy
Yeah,
that be out there
yeah.
looking around and shit.
Yeah.
They need to clean
Brady,
it up.
Oh, you talking about my guy?
There it is. Cause see, look, I ain't know his name first couple times. Yeah, Brady Hightower. Salute to my motherfucking boy. We ain't met
That's how
yet.
they gonna
Good
bring
dude.
awareness. Like I said, a lot of people don't know he doing this.
Yes,
He
sir.
doing
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
I
up.
want to get him on Niggaology 601.
He's doing something.
Yeah.
He's doing something.
Yeah, we
I
want him
wanna
on
give thumbs
Niggaology.
up.
Yeah, we need to get him on our show.
Yeah. Brady Hightower, you need to tap in and
Howard
connect.
Sanders, yeah, y'all tell him to tap in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting.
yeah.
Or we'll all go together, however
Right,
you want to do
right,
it, bro.
right. Need to
Because
get
that's
tapped
one
in.
thing. Or you call us, let us come out there with you, boy. I'm telling you, it'll be a lot of talk then.
But you know what's wild about that is you've been showing up. Some of the other teammates been showing up, and for some odd reason, why is the positive energy not being absorbed as opposed to maybe some of the negative energy? Because you've been on a lot of corners, Brother Broomfield, bringing attention to some of the murders and some of the crime in the city.
And then I be on the news all the time. Not one reason, because the news people call me. They want that real shit. People be think, oh, he look for
they call
camera.
my
I
boy.
don't look for no motherfucking camera. Don't get that twisted. When they want a story, they call me. And I'm gonna come.
That's something else I want to touch on, if it's okay.
Yeah.
When we're in a position to where the media will call to find out who is who and what is what and where things are going on, we're moving in the right direction.
They call the right people.
We're moving.
They calling the right people.
They calling the right people. Yeah, they calling the right people for the truth.
Yeah.
And we want to thank those news.
We thank all the news media.
We want to thank them for whoever it is in the back, allowing them to have access. Because some of it is watered down.
Yeah.
Probably a tremendous amount is watered down. They'll come out and get one story, and then when they go back, somebody else is chopping it up.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank our up-and-coming professional newscasters. They're doing a pretty
They put every goddamn thing down.
They do. They take it down. Now, when they get back to the lab, they can cut it up and twist it however they want to.
And look, the news people are part of change.
They are part of
the new generation part of change. They march with us.
Yeah.
Some of them march through the damn parades with us, part of change.
Yeah.
And see, that's one thing about us that people not understanding. Everybody out there watching, I want y'all to understand what we doing out here now. Them super gremlins gonna write us in the history books.
Look out now.
It ain't gonna be no Dr. King them no more. It's gonna be us in the history books.
But guess what? When they travel down that lineage tree and they look at what we tied to, they gonna realize, guess what? It was a Martin Luther King. It was a motherfucking Malcolm X. It was a Medgar Evers. You feel me what I'm saying? Yeah, because it was white people that marched in that shit too. Let's not get it twisted. Keep it real. Hey, I'm in there. Light-skinned. Light-skinned, bro. Light-skinned. Light-skinned. Miss me with that white shit.
Hey, look.
Miss me with that white shit.
What I'm saying, they ain't paying attention to Dr. King and Medgar Evers and them now. They aren't interested in them.
Long as gold is live right there, shit, it's gonna be there.
Somebody said today, the history itself and the educational system needs some changing and some altering.
Yeah.
I mean, just, I ain't pushing one agenda.
What they need to do is do what we doing. We doing it. We doing what needs to be done, because all that shit you really can't teach. Like it's always left on for different individuals. So I believe what we doing is what's caused to be done, because if we don't put this energy, see, that's what happened to the rap game. All the OGs sent back. New shit came along. The game changed because the only thing got put out was new shit. So all of our knowledge and wisdom and smart and wits and everything we got, you know what I'm saying? Like that one person that told Mr. Howard Sanders, hey, like that one person that said to you, nah, man, get out the game. You ain't gonna do this. If he didn't have that one person, who's to say he would have got out the game? That one motherfucker told him that shit, and that he took that to heart, because that one motherfucker he obviously respected and looking up to this motherfucker highly. So, you gotta have that type of respect to listen to a motherfucker that tells you that. So yeah, I think we doing what needs to be done on that aspect, and that's what hasn't. Yeah, and that's what hasn't been done yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's too much negative out there. Negative shit goes viral more than positive shit.
Too much negative out there. Negative shit goes viral more than positive. And that's why we do Community Strong, because I refuse to be associated with.
That's why on this.
That's being sold.
It's a Mississippi Hood Room.
Sold again and repackaged. That's a very.
It's not a podcast. It's not a talk show over here. It's Mississippi Hood Room. We're gonna say what we want. We ain't gonna try to disrespect nobody, but we'll say some disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I'm gonna have to bump that. You got another question over there. So on the politics end, we had some dynamic men to step up. Now I'm challenging them to please come get your signage up, and please let's create this coalition so we can continue to work. I really saw some guys that I really like, and a little bit of everything goes into the soul food gumbo. I love gumbo.
Yes, soul food gumbo. What we got next? Big pot. You can't have no big pot. Cadillac, why we don't use a little pot when we doing gumbo?
Can't use no little pot.
Hold on, I ain't trying to run that.
No, go ahead.
Cadillac, why we use a big pot and not a little pot when we doing that gumbo?
Oh man, it's a whole lot that that's going in that pot.
That's true.
And Cadillac tell them it's always better the next day. Ain't that shit? It's always better the next day. Ain't that shit?
It's always better the next day.
All right.
Fifth
Go ahead,
wheel in the back.
bro. Finish.
Answer a question.
Oh, that got me right.
All right. I got another quick question.
Another quick one.
Almost every week now, you see different organizations, because you be everywhere. Wherever something going on, they going to invite you.
Okay.
A different organization from south to east to west to north to the doodling, how you all over the place. You meet a lot of people. You see different stop the violence, rally, march, etc. Different. They all over the place now. Because we started weddings 2 years ago. You really didn't see all this shit.
Yeah, you something else.
You didn't see all this going on.
And James Hopkins and Tim White, y'all something else.
Why do you think different organizations don't work together and they don't have events together? Ain't that still division? Even if you person got this over here and that person got that over there, and not just that. There's two questions in one. Why churches don't get involved? Like if a nonprofit organization or somebody has something, why the churches don't get involved? They got to be asked. Or how you think this should work?
Wow.
I mean, first of all, why are the nonprofit organizations different? This person doing this over here, north, south, Jackson, east, and west, and at the same time, you got 5 different people doing something on one goddamn weekend.
I'm ready. Community Strong serves as a platform, and what I saw, what really got me on this.
I done seen you take pictures at 4 different things in one day.
Right. Everybody wants to. We call it the what they call it, the drum major instinct.
Okay, talk to me.
Martin Luther King. Be sure to YouTube Drum Major Instinct. Drum Major Instinct. That's a Martin Luther King speech from back in the 60s. And my barber turned me on to it. We all got to be in the brightest light.
Right.
We all got to have the microphone. We all got to be at the center of the stage. We all have to have relevance. So some of those push closer to the stage and the mic, and they just want to hold on to it. So I think the things that you all are doing, the things that we're doing, is we're showing people that there's a different way. We're looking at people who aren't in a position that's going to alter their behavior.
That's right.
So I want to go after the babies. The 8-year-olds, the 12-year-olds, the 13. I think sometimes we spend too much energy on people that are gonna. Our system has allowed us to get as close to the edge, and that COVID woke up a whole lot of feelings. That COVID. My son is from a generation of. They were totally shut out. There are no programs to make sure that they're balancing out.
My son still wears a fucking hoodie outside.
Was your son part of that COVID graduation class?
Just the fact of being inside, he started wearing the damn hoodie all the time. He don't want to take the hoodie off outside. You know what I'm saying?
Life with a Purpose.
He don't want to take the hoodie off outside.
Life with a Purpose. Share with us, Brother McKnight. Brother Knight. You know him? Life with a Purpose. That's another organization out there. Strong Arms is another organization out there. He shared a concept. I don't know if I captured it all. He said that hoodie serves as security. You remember the Peanuts with Linus walking around with the blanket and stuff. Why is this kid walking around as hot as it is with a blanket? And I never I didn't question the insight that he gave because he's working in and out of those environments consistently. But I was able to say, damn. That make a lot of sense. That they feel like when they, it's just my interpretation, is when they hood up, they're not a part of what's going on. It's almost like
they're out of here. They're out of here.
Add the phone to it.
Oh man, they super invisible. So what can we do to bring these organizations together?
So you said something, I hate to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I said it the other day and I was talking to somebody about it and they said this, but you said something that I've been meaning to switch over to. I said, I'm finna quit talking to the grown folks. I said, I'm finna build me an army of children, super gremlins, accepting who they are. And start pulling, because these grown folks, you can't talk to them. They already stuck in their ways.
This man got some equipment in here. Keep talking.
They refuse.
Snow with no W.
Yeah. They refuse to work with people, and they'll take your ideas instead of you doing them together.
One thing I've come to find out, when I was in the t-shirt game, is that we all bump somebody's work. So don't get caught up in what somebody bumping, create some more work.
Right.
I can't get caught up in who bumping what I got going on here. When I saw somebody print, print a 15 by 15, shit, I want my shirt to look like that.
Yeah, we need some tips from him.
So when I saw that, I'm like, well, let me go do the 15 by 15. Then I used to get
that's
certain
slick
items
right there,
hand
yeah.
drawn. Well, it's not
got some
hard to
prison stuff
mimic
hand drawn
that.
right there.
So then I said, well, I almost jumped on a man in a screen print place because he done took my
They'll
tree.
do it.
Yeah.
That's a tree I hand drawn.
Yeah.
But what I realized is he could not work me.
You can't see your idea
can't-
like
you
you
can't-
want
you
to.
can't
No way.
outwork
It's no
the
way.
work.
It's no
That's
way.
right.
It's no
That's
way
right.
to outwork the work.
There's no way to do it.
You can't outwork the work. Snow, what you guys are doing every Sunday, you got to show up every weekend. And I want to give a shout out to people that's doing the podcast. It ain't just turn the camera on and roll. And there's a script that has to go on. There's the engineer part of it that's got to go on. You got to have a producer. You got to have somebody to go out and recruit the people that's coming on. So it's bigger. So look at all the skill sets. You got to have somebody that can sit on the couch and hold conversation.
Right.
You just got to have your equipment up. You
call
got to
it
have
the
people
suit.
doing research. There's a lot of work that goes into the work. So if somebody else start another podcast, are they competing with you?
Right.
Hell no. Right now you spewing it out on two different platforms.
And shouts
You
out
got
to
it
Sosa
on
and Fred. They about to
YouTube,
start
and you
doing
got
a
it
little
on
thing up there at the
Facebook.
club, man. Real talk. Everybody getting in on it. Let's go. Everybody getting in on it. Let's go.
So the more work we put out, the more opportunity for more work.
Right.
Yeah, so I like the fact that you're saying about the babies. Let's focus on the babies. Let's find the babies where they are.
Hey, I'm
That's
saying
right.
about that because, I ain't gonna get in too much into that. I done put my hand in the fair share of taking on a task of that.
Touching the baby?
One thing I know though, see, and what you said about, you can waste too much energy, bro, and you can waste too much energy trying to fix something that can't be fixed.
It's beyond
You feel
fixing.
what I'm
That's
saying?
powerful, Cadillac.
And here's the thing, though. Your job is not to change your life. Your job is to train the life. Because the thing is,
That's a
you trying to train
moment.
something.
He don't say much, but he say a lot.
Trying to train something to grow. To do what you, that way, it's like a domino effect.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I want to challenge our next leadership to be able to sit down. I shared with Brother Broomfield, we ain't going to pick out one individual and say, hey, that's our guy. What we're going to do, we're going to pick them all.
All of them.
We're going to pick all of them.
That's what he
We're
told
going to
me.
build relationships with all of them.
And that's what I did.
You've done well
I
with
even
that because
came
you
out the
on
man.
ass. You
Yeah,
on ass. You are.
But see, I had to train myself like that, man. And,
gonna pick 'em all.
it ain't I don't like the people. I don't like how they do things. Don't like how they lie. Talking about they gonna do this and they don't do what they say they gonna do. Because you can't tell a real nigga something and he don't do it.
Right.
I'm gonna be on your ass.
Right.
Or you can't steal an idea and do it yourself and not get in. I'm gonna be on your ass.
Right.
And that's when I'm gonna get on your ass. Other than that, about you doing fucked up shit and not for the people.
Right.
If you ain't doing it, it ain't even about me. Because what I do is for the people.
Right.
It don't be about me. I can sit my black ass at home every goddamn day. Ain't got to worry about them ties
Damn, y'all got all that.
and all that shit, man.
Man, they got a bull.
So I do it for the people, man.
I was looking for love. The love was already there within myself, okay? But because my dad was working so much, got a shout out to HRS Senior. That's a hell of a man. But because he was working so much, it was being relayed to me. Not to take anything away from the person that was, because we never know, what our parents go through, what they got going on, or how they grew up and stuff. So if we continue to allow our children, sometimes we're looking for love. Sometimes we're looking for attention. There is a homeless children population in the city of Jackson. Are you familiar with that, bro? These children are living in abandoned houses. So I want to challenge our administrators to come out of the ivory tower. And that's why it's good to get something this often. I'm looking for somebody that's young, that hasn't already made it yet, Brother Broomfield. I'm looking for somebody who don't just have all the connections. He's got to go out there and build the connection. I'm not calling no names. I'm looking for somebody that live in the neighborhood where all this disaster and this hurt and this trauma is going on. But we got babies in the city of Jackson, grown folks, that are living in abandoned houses. And I can't stop and talk to a 10-year-old in the vehicle that I'm driving in to say, baby, child, what's going on? Because now I look like a predator. I can't stop a 14 or 15-year-old female. I've had a 14-year-old female walk up to me in my driveway at 9 o'clock in the morning asking me, could I give her a ride over to Clinton Boulevard. And I had to tell that child, because at first I thought it was a boy until she got a little closer, and then I could see the.
Did you grab
bump.
your gun?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. So when she walked up to me, because it's 10 o'clock in the morning, she walked up to me. I said, "Baby, don't walk up on no grown man.
Listen to my night.
Don't walk up on no grown man." So she said, "Well, I need a ride over to Clinton Boulevard."
She wasn't prostitute?
I'm gonna tell you what I really caught on that was some other cat had got hold to her. Put her out.
She wasn't put down, so you put her in there.
Put her out after he had done whatever he could have done or whatever, and she's got to make her way back home.
Mm-hmm.
That's a baby. That's a 13-year-old. So I said, "Baby, why don't you?"
13?
About 13 or 14 years old. But instead of her walking the Blackburn route, because I had to ask where you're coming from, you can walk the Parkway to Prentice Street. You need to stay on the main streets.
Yeah.
She walking through the back end of the neighborhood, Dalton, Central Street. Right. So that means she's coming through a neighborhood where there's a lot of men kind of out in the morning time. So then I said, well, look, check this out, Don. I said, is there any way you can call your uncle, your daddy, or your granddaddy?
Anybody.
She told me that they were going to meet her somewhere. That story wasn't lining up.
Definitely.
So what was the end result of that story? I ended up giving her a couple of bottles of water.
Wow.
I gave her a few dollars.
Exactly.
I couldn't afford to put in my vehicle because I don't know what kind of game you got going on.
Exactly.
I can't have
And
no
look,
rape
that's all it
charge.
takes is her word and a hair
accusation
of
of a
hers
rape
in your
charge.
car. Oh, well, boy. Oh, your ass cashed out.
No,
The games, bitch.
And then I'm out of there. I'm out of there. So anyway, as I saw her walk across the yard, all I could say was, God, please cover that baby.
Yeah.
But it bothered me and it disturbed me that I was not able to step up as an adult like in the old days.
And take her home.
Take her home. And somehow find, but you know what? We all got to have our eyes and ears on our babies.
Somebody should have known that baby.
Somebody should have known. That wasn't her first time.
My mama would know. I would.
No joke. So anyway, let's stay focused on the babies. Know that we got a homeless situation going on in the city of Jackson. It's difficult to get involved because the children know more about the laws and the rules than we do. And you said a very key point.
Yeah.
You ain't have your gun on you.
You
just don't know what's going on in somebody's head.
That's
okay.
right.
All right. What we got next?
Big shots out of Felicia Tripp, Sade Bridges.
Felicia who? Felicia like
Tripp.
got on your ass.
Yeah.
She wanted to.
But hold up. Let me tell you this. After that day, man.
I'm crazy about Felicia Tripp.
Yeah, she built a better relationship. She made me understand things better about what was going on.
Because I was in the lab when I was like, please don't entertain that. And she said, well, I know him. I said, well, hell, let me stay out of that then, y'all.
Do your thing.
I didn't mean to blurt that out. I said it in a good way.
Nah, she for real about what she doing.
Yeah, she did.
And don't too many people know who earn.
Big shout out to Felicia Tripp.
Respect is earned, it's not given, and she earned my respect. She for real about what she do.
She is.
And I don't say that about too many people, but I can say that about her.
Yeah, she good people. That's FELICIATRIPP, and they bring in solar opportunity here, so you guys stay connected with her. Yeah, hey, stay connected to her.
Bridget Wilson, how you doing? Thank you for following us, and we hope you enjoy, man. You know. Let's move on.
Okay, I got to pee.
That bathroom
Go ahead,
right
man.
there.
We got a pee place in here, man.
Well,
Leave it like you find it, man.
Right over there.
Okay, all right. I'm going to leave it like I find it.
I'll leave it like
I'll be right back.
Hey, if you gone too long, we'll send the search.
Nah, we're going to
If you second more than once, you're playing with it.
We'll send the search party.
If you second more than twice, you're playing with it.
Hey, man, Felicia Tripp on here too as well. She's like a big sister, huh?
Hey,
she wants some knowledge. So
you have
she's
like
college.
with
the mic.
College.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You live mic. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll hear you in there. They'll hear you in there. We don't get some live shit going in a minute. Watch out, y'all. We don't get some live shit going in a minute. Watch out, y'all.
Man, look, once again, y'all, we like to thank everybody for out there watching and everybody out there that's supporting the movement from the music down to the podcast, down there. Man, we doing good. It's working. And everything we doing, we bring a lot of rap artists together. We bring a lot of people from the community together. Everything we doing, basically, we just bringing people together and we doing it in a different way.
Ain't no way.
So we like to thank everybody that's jumping on board and everybody that's watching.
Some more questions for him, man.
Whether you get ideas from us, taking,
some more questions.
doing,
the best one yet.
Doing everything you can to try to spread the word and bring awareness about what's going on in the city of Jackson. And the main thing we bring awareness about how very important it is that we come together. Man, it's so
Stop
it's so
the
very
fucking
important,
hate,
y'all, that
man.
we come together, man. Y'all just don't understand how very important it is. We need to quit talking about each other and start talking to each other. And which I say, don't be worried about what the next person doing.
Yeah, why
out
hate
here
when you can get
or
with the
this and that.
picture?
Let's come
Get with the
together and do it
program.
together.
Hate with me, baby.
Okay.
You can get with the picture.
And I tell people this all the time.
Baby.
We didn't come over here on the same
broke
boat,
it.
but we all in the same ship
You
right
broke
now.
it. I'm happy.
And we didn't come on the same ship, but we all in the same boat.
I'm playing. I gotta call them people. I gotta call them people to come fix that. Yeah, you good.
People, I gotta call them people.
Cadillac, I need your help.
I got you.
All right.
I got
Let
you.
me go back to what you asked about the groups. I mean, about all the different organizations. And I've been pushing this. If you've got 20, 25, 10 people in your organization, sometimes all you all can't show up in an event that you're doing. So why not spread yourselves out and go to other events? But it goes
Sometimes
back to
people
what
just
you
be busy.
said earlier, and you all have reinforced.
Sometimes people just be busy.
They ain't comfortable.
Right.
They ain't comfortable. But we got to make sure that we continue to put these platforms out so those people that don't normally move among those people have a steward.
And then just like I told you, if you scared, don't do this.
Right.
You can't be scared. Dr. King,
Right.
and I tell everybody this, if Dr. King was scared, Meggie Ever was scared, Rosa Parks,
They had some shit to be scared about too, but they had the motherfucking balls to face it.
To be scared about too.
Big kahunas.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
But hold on.
They ain't had no
The difference between them and
Man,
that,
everybody
we
want to get on
scared of
social
each
media and
other.
talk
Yeah.
about it
We
and not
scared
get
of
out
each
there and
other,
do
that's
something.
right.
Everybody want to
They wanna video it, but they don't wanna do nothing.
Get out there and do something.
Yeah, they talk about us what we do.
Video it, but they don't want to do nothing.
No, the other night there were some men in the audience.
Shit,
Why didn't the men?
Homeboy, we're
why
gonna
didn't
start
they
busting
pull
that
the
ass.
women
Shit.
apart?
They
You
pull
get
their
in there if you
camera
want
out.
to and touch them if you want. Busting that ass. Busting that ass.
But hold up. You know why they wasn't pro? You know why they didn't go in there and get in there?
Why did-
They not taught to go in there and break it
Outside
up. They
Jackie.
taught, oh, it's a fight. Pull your camera out. That's what's going on.
Jackie.
They not taught to help somebody
Say something,
aid
man.
and assist.
I mean, but
They ain't taught that.
who can you blame though? Hey, I mean, the shit you giving it to them. Hell, you giving it to them.
Yeah.
How long they been looking at the damn?
Yeah.
Brother, every
Yeah.
kid
I
right
call it
now.
crack. I call it
YouTube,
palm crack.
the same shit on YouTube, bro. YouTube,
But
the
they'll
social
block-
media,
they'll block us down,
What your
though.
bad is, nigga. This the trend.
Right.
Right now, a car wreck. What the first thing you do? You pick up your phone. Nigga, a fight, an argument. What the first thing you do? Pick up your phone.
Yeah.
So we need
It's
to
a-
hold
right now it's a pay to
this
play
team
place.
accountable.
You need to call.
Yeah, because see, look,
Right now, it's a pay to play.
you can post
It's a
something
pay
about
to
an
play.
event you going,
See, look,
and I'm gonna
get the
see
more
it like
views.
2 days
You can
after it
post
happened
something
on
about an event you
Facebook.
going,
It's a pay to
and
play.
I'm
You
gonna
go
see
put
it
an
like
ad
2
on it,
days
boy.
after
Hey,
it
they'll
happened
run
on
that
Facebook.
thing.
True.
It's a
They'll
pay to
run
play.
that
You
thing.
gonna put an ad on it, boy. Hey, they'll run that thing.
It's all about money.
So that means that we need to come collectively. I've noticed that even on some of our broadcasts or
Ain't that messed
rebroadcasts,
up?
they're putting ads on them. So what I'm doing now,
And that's messed
Team
up, too.
Niggaology, is I'm learning how to participate.
No,
It
no.
is because we're not generating anything off
No,
of the
no,
energy
no.
that
It's
we're
not
putting
even
out.
like that. Check this out. Say Mr.
Well,
Howard
that's-
there. He
that's
was
part-
on.
well, it's a
He
little
was
bit of
on.
everything.
He likes GoPros, just like me.
He was on.
And he bought a GoPro.
He likes GoPro.
Then he got on
just like me.
Facebook,
Right.
and he was
bought a
just
GoPro.
scrolling through. He seen the
got on
video he
Facebook.
liked. He's about to click on it and watch
Just
it.
scrolling through.
Underneath
He
that
seen the
damn
video he
video
liked. He's
is
about
a
to click on
damn
it and watch
ad
it.
for that GoPro that you just bought. I didn't buy the GoPro on Facebook. I bought the GoPro from
I
GoPro.com.
didn't buy the GoPro.
All this shit's linked in.
I bought the GoPro
But the
from
fact of the matter
GoPro.com.
is,
Right.
he don't have the video
But the fact of the matter
monetized.
is,
He's not collecting revenue.
He don't
They
have the
still
video
showing the fucking
monetized.
ad on that
He's not
motherfucker.
collecting revenue.
That's some real
They
shit.
still showing the fucking ad on that motherfucker.
That sure are. So what I'm working on now, Snow, without the W,
you
is
listen real
I'm
good,
working on
man.
that. You like that?
That's
I-
right.
listen,
I'm that
whatever. That's
motherfucking
Snow
guy.
without the W. It ain't from the
Ain't that
sky.
shit that fall from the sky? Snow, I'm talking about.
That shit that fall from the
Hey,
sky.
check this out. They ain't falling from the sky. He right here live. So what we're doing now is we're getting our knowledge up and learning more about the game. You know, like my president, I ain't mad with him. But I'm mad with me if I don't
He
read
moving
up on
crazy
somebody
right
to
now
find
too.
out why
Ain't
they
he?
move
He moving
like
crazy
that.
right now.
Why they think like that.
He moving crazy right now.
It's too easy. Yeah, he all about that
He
paper.
moving crazy.
And guess who ain't in the radar?
He
We ain't
moving
on
crazy.
the radar.
Or poor white people.
Nobody,
on the radar.
nobody that's
Well,
rich
they
is on the
going
radar.
He going after countries.
That's right.
Nobody
Yeah.
that's rich.
He ain't
Hey,
even looking at us.
if you
He
ain't
ain't
got
studying.
300, 400,000 in the bank, you ain't. We ain't worried
Anything below
about.
a certain
You might as well be considered equal down here on this chain.
He ain't worried about
Might
it.
as well
So
be
now
considered
is
equal
the
down here
now
on
is the
this
time for us to study.
Nah, but I want to say to that
who
since
the
we're talking about
opposition
him,
is.
did
Okay,
anybody
you got
see or
something
hear
else?
anything? My
But
mama
I wanna
said,
say
I don't
this,
know.
Since we talking about him,
Yeah,
did
I don't
anybody see
know
or hear
if my
anything?
mama just seeing shit
I love my
online,
president.
but
Go ahead.
she seen something online that said something
shit
about
online,
China
but,
finna be sending,
she seen
China and
something
Canada
online
finna
that
be
said
sending their
something
last
about,
shipments
China
of
finna
shit
be
over here.
sending,
Is anybody seeing
China
that
and
shit or is
Canada
that just
finna be
far
sending
from?
their last shipments of shit over here. Is anybody
If
seeing
that
shit
happens, it's
or
gonna be
is it just far
crazy,
from?
y'all.
It probably is true. I also know
Yeah.
that
That happens, it's gonna be
I also
crazy.
what
That's
you
our
doing,
girl
Bro
Jackie.
Bear?
Shout out Jackie
Y'all
Lowe,
got some
man.
comments like a mug over there.
Go ahead.
Girl Jackie,
Go
shout out.
ahead, man.
Thank you. You know what? We talk about uniting people. Well, we need a couple thousand people to show up
this-
when we make a phone call.
And this is one way.
100. We didn't set it
100
on
strong.
and let it
It's
go.
one way we
100
beat the
strong.
algorithm, or
100
we at least
first,
fight
100
against
strong.
this algorithm,
Show
pay to play situation is by collaborating with each other, getting on each other's podcasts, sharing it on each other's yeah. They can't stop it once you get enough people to break the chain, and then it really hit the algorithm. It's over with.
People to break the chain, and then it really hit the algorithm.
But see, that's what we coming in there,
We
like y'all said. we
deprogramming people.
We programming, right?
Because they already programmed. Yeah, we de and reprogramming motherfuckers because they already programmed. Shit. Goddamn, they already programmed.
Unity, love, and peace. It's gonna stick in somebody's head.
Somebody, people say, "Well, man, you got the hottest this, you got the hot." No, and I always, I frame it as
That's why we moving Southern Styles. You figure deal
if
me.
you don't have this
Yeah.
program and that program,
Ain't no I and we.
we, because when we start saying I, then I take away the power of us.
That's right.
So it's we have this, and I encourage people that call, be on the show, share your time on the show, because it's all about different variations of energy.
That's right.
I've been promoting that. Did you see the little
At the
infomercial
look, I
that I
missed
did
it.
with what you did?
I missed it. I'm at the
You
look.
said- I said, well, let me take it and put a little twist on it. You missed it?
missed it.
Okay. I said, let me put a little twist on it because I'm still on high
That
end.
shit was funny as hell.
You made this motherfucker talk.
That shit was funny as hell.
And you made it say, hey.
Yeah.
But so as long as we continue to work together and keep our egos
That's why here
and
at
our
Moving
back
Southern
pockets as
Styles,
edging God
we stay
out.
on go.
We gonna
GOE.
lead.
like that.
God over
Edging
everything.
God out.
That's why I Moving Southern Styles. And then see, exactly.
God over everything. So continue to love one another, continue to lift one another, continue to share. Now, that's only for the people that know how to get on. If I invite you and you choose not to participate, it might be a while before you come back. Which brings me to this. Jury duty. And Judge King spoke on this. He said when you call for jury duty, you got some people been sitting in there 2-3 years. So when they don't get enough jurors, when they don't get enough jurors, if I understand, you know how I say my perspective or perception, when they don't get enough jurors, and I've been waiting 2 years, instead of me waiting till they get enough jurors, they take me and put me at the back of the line.
Damn.
I didn't know that. That's deep. So when you show up, we need to continue to show up to participate in the system because you just never know when you need to show
That
up.
new generation not gonna go to be no jury.
We talking about old heads too.
I'm talking about after us.
Yeah, somebody said, Project Humanity said today, he said, it ain't the children, it's the damn grown folks.
The ones that left.
The ones that are so that they didn't got their piece of crumb that they over here hoarding.
Start at the house.
As opposed to passing the baton.
That's right.
And that's why it's so important that all of you all that are listening, your participation, and we're gonna take out the word vote.
Bubble
Damn
in.
vote.
Shake and
We're
bake.
gonna
Y'all
use the
heard it
word
here
bubble
first.
in.
Bubble in.
Bubble
Show
in.
up and bubble in.
Bubble in, baby.
Show up and bubble in.
Bubble in.
You
On
ain't got
election
to-
day,
you
the
ain't got
bubble
to
in.
vote. Just show up and bubble in.
Somebody.
If you don't bubble in, then your representation isn't going to be a reflection of who you
You heard it
are.
here first.
So show up and bubbling.
Yeah, look, hey, this off the dome right here,
I
guys.
got your last question, then I'm gonna let you ask your question.
Hey, Goldie,
I'm gonna let you go on here.
this off the dome right here. I just came up with this Cadillac.
go
That's
ahead
why
with
we
yours. You doing
moving
pretty
Southern
good.
Style. See, ain't no iron weak, but it is an iron moving. That means you need to have your ass moving Southern Style, motherfucker. You feel me? What I'm talking about?
You need to have your ass
Forward, baby.
Not backwards, but forward. Why is it that the rear view
That's
mirror
off
is
the dome
smaller
right there,
than the
boy.
front
That's
view
straight off
mirror?
the dome. You heard us, Cadillac?
You gotta keep moving forward. Really, I don't even think you need a review.
You don't have to.
Yeah, nah.
You know they build a lot of apartment complexes around Jackson, Mississippi.
Are they?
Yeah, when they got one, you know they got the one off the interstate right there, 220. When you know they got them apartments right, they go down Maggie Evans, get ready to get out the interstate. They building right there to the right.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they building apartments. And also they got that community development thing over there.
Fair Street.
Fair Street.
They
And
got
over
that.
somewhere there by the medical mall, remember?
Okay.
They got these
They
three.
just started building.
I'm not sure, but this is
Okay.
what's been going on. So with the city population decreasing, I want from your opinion, how is this possible with the population of Jackson, Mississippi has increased and employment rate being low? Who will move in these apartments that they are building? And
That's a hell of a question.
or is it you think they're gonna be low income, hood, or whatever?
Okay.
I mean, first of all, the people leaving Jackson. They're not coming to Jackson.
Right.
Medical mall supposed to be they finna go down there, and they been talking about Fair
See,
Street.
that moved out of there.
Yeah, so who gonna move in all these apartments?
That's a
And then
great-
ain't no jobs.
Man.
People from Madison, oh, I'm gonna go move, give me an apartment in Jackson.
Right. When did you pick up on
Appreciate
that?
y'all
Oh,
for
that's stuff
scrabbling.
about the brain, baby.
Man, see, that's why these
That like
platforms
button.
are so vital. I didn't say important.
like button.
Vital. I think it becomes important when a lot of us start to collaborate on it or in to participate in. Who would do that?
I mean, you already got Christian Brotherhood right there, Sunset Apartment right there, and Lincoln Garden.
Wow.
But you going up the street now, they building some more apartments up there. So what you think who gonna live there?
Man, I wouldn't-
just everything you do.
It
your
makes
opinion.
it makes no sense. We don't even have. We could take that energy. We don't even have groceries. We don't even have a grocery
Grocery store no more, do it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
We do not have a grocery
Need to
store
have
in the
community
community.
gardens.
And
Shit.
people not even
Fuck
noticing that. They
Walmart.
don't care.
No, we using Walmart as a
Bring
grocery
back
store.
community gardens, bro.
And
Wasn't
Family
nothing better than
Dollar.
buying
As a
fresh
grocery
ass
store.
vegetables straight out the man,
Yeah,
bro.
that's something else.
Real talk.
Oh, that's deep.
Shout out to my boy
That's deep.
TC. He do
That's
that.
deep. So a lot of the simple things that we should be doing.
He grow.
We're looking for complex answers.
He
when it's
grow.
right there in front of
He
us.
grow a small field every
I can't give you the answer to that one.
vegetable
That's a hell of a
season and give it
question,
out to
but
the
I-
elderly.
Small field every vegetable season and give it out.
We need to get some community develop on your show, and we need to find out what's going on.
No joke. There's a lady on Facebook. I think is in respect. I think her name is Danielle Holmes, Holmes, and she put a writing in there. It was a nice little writing over the last 24 hours talking about the homes and how it's just not Jackson. Jackson is being used as the scapegoat. You have other communities with these bad infrastructures and these bad bridges and all this, but she elaborated too that a lot of these blighted properties are owned by the state in this city of Jackson.
She had a
How
good
are they
question.
able to get away? And she called a couple of American blacks. She had called a couple of American blacks that sit down there at the Capitol that ain't doing no work instead of getting voted in. I'm not gonna call her names. They're in her writing, and she said, "Man, we got to stop voting people in. That's
Bubble
not
in,
doing
baby.
the work."
Well, you know,
Bubble
the last
in,
couple
baby.
Years, we done
Bubble in, my fault.
We-
Bubble
like,
in.
The last couple of years, we done bubbled in the same mayor and the same governor. The last couple of years, that's one of the reasons our situation has got worse.
What you say about the shoes?
If you keep wearing the same shoes, they keep hurting your feet.
No matter how good they
No
look.
matter how good they look, you better take them. You don't take them out.
Right.
You gonna change them. If we would have changed the governor a long time ago and changed the mayor after the first round when they wasn't doing shit, we probably would be in a better situation.
Well, maybe we need to cut
it.
it back to 2 years.
Yeah,
Cut it back to 2 years. Maybe we need to make sure. I noticed that when people do politics, they don't share with you. And I want to thank our past mayor for the efforts of him doing whatever he did. Because if he ain't doing nothing but take an ass whooping every day, that's a lot to be.
Right.
I mean, he took some ass whoopings.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, now I don't know what his support team was doing. Because sometimes we pick people that are not available or not consistent with doing the work.
Yeah, right.
Number three, and when you talk about some of the questions you had, you don't have a community outreach team that is from the community. You don't have a buying Broomfield.
No, I think he had his wife and his family and stuff. Jackson clean.
And they've done some good things over there. But you still got to have some other tiers to pour into that tier.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we become so top heavy financially. It's just my perspective and my perception that it doesn't trickle down to the people. I experienced that at work. You experienced that at work. Those of us that's doing the work tend to have to carry the load for those who aren't doing.
It's crazy.
What you say, slow and no W. Yeah, so why not reward the people that's doing the work so that we can go out and continue to recruit people that's gonna do
Exactly.
So even with the I can't fault people who don't show up to bubble in.
You ain't bubble in. You ain't bubble in.
You got to bubble in.
You got to bubble in.
But you get a chance come June the 3rd to do what?
Bubble in.
To bubble in. Do you want to bubble in the person that's walking around with the entourage, or do you want to bubble in
since
the
we
person
talking
that's
about
out
bubbling
there?
in, research up. Do your research. Do your research. Yeah, do your research. Yeah, do your research.
That's right. Do your research. It don't hurt.
That way when you bubble in, you know who you bubbling in.
And not taking away from anybody not pushing anybody's agenda.
You know who you bubbling in.
But you know what I doing work, man. You got some people out there working right now.
And I'm going to speak for the people when I say this right now. I think the people is not tired of just motherfuckers who ain't bubbling in. Like motherfuckers is talking a lot, but they ain't bubbling in. You feel me? Like they talking about, but they ain't doing a lot.
But they ain't bubbling in. You feel me?
Now John Horn,
But they ain't doing a lot.
before John Horn won this when it was the primary.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before he won that, John Horn and all of them was out there working. Ain't nobody out there working now. They done got too relaxed.
Well, we're gonna see. We get a chance on June the 3rd, and even after whoever gets into office, we still need to have a coalition to hold them accountable for what they say they're going to do.
I don't give a damn who get in office. Whether it's that
You want some knowledge, come to college.
You on that bullshit, the real shit coming for you. We coming for your ass. I really don't give a damn who
you got
get in there.
Niggaology 601.
We
you got
coming at
Community
that ass.
Strong.
Y'all drop
you
that
got
bubble
too many
in the chat.
people, and you know they need to show up and show out.
Bubble in the chat.
Bubble in. Bubble in.
All right, what else you got for us, man?
Okay, you ready for me?
Yeah, we got, what time is it?
Is it 8:30?
No, it ain't 8:30 yet.
Damn good show, guys. Damn good show.
We supposed to stop at 8:30. We're going to go over 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, he might have some more stuff you want to read. It's all good. We ain't got to stop because it's all good over here. Yeah, it's a good show right here. Good run.
Okay.
Run it.
All right. Here we go. This is a good one here. And then I got...
Go ahead. Run it, man. Run that shit.
All right.
Fire another one up. Don't get mad.
Teacher, what does it mean to work on yourself? It is to stop waiting for the others to change.
Say it again.
Teacher, what does it mean to work on yourself? It is to, the teacher responds.
Facts.
It is to stop waiting for others to change. So who is the responsibility on? Is it me waiting on you to do something different so I can say, okay, he
you got
did
to do it yourself, man. This motherfucker move with SouthernStyles. Move with SouthernStyles. We don't wait. We don't go.
You guys ain't waiting on
man.
nothing up in here.
We move with SouthernStyles.
Exactly. It's positive. Yeah.
So we have to surround ourselves with more people that's on go.
Exactly. It's positive.
That's getting it done. Okay, so that's a quick one now.
Who wake you up?
Because anybody else will hold you up.
Yeah. Yeah. And some people just ain't ready. My timeline is not your timeline. Okay. As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. This is Genesis 50, chapter 50, verses 20. There are moments when betrayal cuts deep, when pain becomes personal, and when it seems like darkness is winning. People may lie about you, abandon you, and hurt you without reason. Your faith is tested. And it's in those moments you might wonder, where is God in all of this? But then somehow you're still standing. God's grace proves to be sufficient. His power is made perfect in your weakness. Keep bringing us in, Brother Broomfield, and the Maniacs. Keep doing Niggaology 601. I shared with them today, don't allow a word or a term
Welcome to the
to
hood
deter
room.
you from getting knowledge in college.
That's right. Welcome to the hood room.
But then somehow you're still standing. God's grace proves to be sufficient. His power is made perfect in your weakness. Because what was meant for evil, God used for good, or your higher power used for good, or whatever it is you believe in your universe. What was meant to break you, built you. What was meant to silence you shaped your voice. What was meant to bury you planted you for growth. There are no shortcuts in life.
That's why I took the long route. I took the long route every time.
Darkness is with light.
I took the long route.
You got to take the long route.
And then that's another thing that I be telling everybody out there watching, man. A lot of people got the game figured out, but they got life fucked up.
They got it messed up.
They got
life fucked up.
You can say that. They got it messed up.
They got life fucked up.
From your children not staying in a child place, growing up fast, missing out on what things it takes to be. It takes work. You got to learn to be a grown.
Please hear me when I say this.
I use
God never wastes
I use
pain.
my pain. I hate when it's bittersweet, but I use it, so it's always better in the end. Like look.
But I use
even when I'm losing, I'm winning because I've gained more from every loss that I've ever took than anything I've ever won. So rewind that shit.
Keep getting up.
Hard lessons.
What others meant for harm, he reroutes into purpose. Every wound has the potential to become a wellspring of wisdom. To get ass whooping that we used to get. Them good ass whoopings.
I don't know nothing about that.
Not paying your life
bills. I don't know nothing about that. They did with mama.
Being someplace you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Every setback presents an opportunity to set you up for something greater by his sovereignty and goodness. Lean on him, trust him, abide. And I've been told that enthusiasm means God within self.
I like that.
God within self. So when you look at yourself as being made in the form of God, then you become a God.
Man, shouts out to my boy G.O.G. God's a grind, man, because they on some stuff like that, man. Real talk, that's powerful right there.
God's a grind, man, because they on some stuff like that, man. Real talk, that's powerful right there.
I want to thank Niggaology, especially Cadillac. He been keeping his eye on.
Man, another thing, man, you know, have you heard about Corona and Modelo ain't been selling since Donald Trump been seizing the Mexicans back?
I don't know what that means.
For real, Corona and Modelo,
they ain't selling.
They ain't selling. He done send the Mexicans back. They ain't making no money, man.
Hey, you know what we tend to think that we need is not what we tend to think what we want is not what we need. And I'm not saying the other person will, because at the end of the day, it is us against them against us. Because those that drink well and smoke well and eat well, they sit among themselves. So I want to just challenge our leadership that you got people watching. One thing that happens in pain,
no pain, no gain,
you become a little
bit
more wiser.
That's right.
This is my first time in 60-some years participating in the political process.
Right on.
And I have learned a lot. So can you imagine, Brother Broomfield, how much we're going to achieve in the next 4 years?
Like a motherfucker. And that's one good thing about social media. They give us the power. See, we can use it negatively, or we can be dumb and choose not to use it at all and be infiltrated by it, or we can turn around and motherfucking, hey, what they say, fuck the system. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, real talk. Fuck the system.
What they say, fuck
we coming together.
Right.
Yeah, real talk.
They come together.
Come out to play.
When they did the movie The Warriors.
Can you dig it?
Come out to play.
Cadillac, we just said that Friday night when we were going to Young Bleed in the studio. That's my favorite fucking movie. That's my favorite movie.
And Cyrus had the vision, mine too. Cyrus had but if you look at the life, there were so many temptations along the way. Cyrus wanted to bring all the groups
junkie white motherfucker,
all the different facets together. He wanted to bring them together. And there was one group.
I'm going to go on and say it. A junkie white motherfucker. I'm going to go on and say it. Junkie white motherfucker.
A
junkie white motherfucker.
Low level consciousness.
Blame it on my brother.
Decided that they were going to take him out and blame it on somebody else.
And my brothers was a goddamn. My brothers was an oriented group. They was a black, a white, an Indian group. The Warriors had everything in that motherfucker.
They was a black,
unity, baby.
Indian group.
They had
moving SouthernStyles.
So what was the subliminal message?
Everything, man. They had the suit, baby.
Everybody came together.
You motherfucking right, they did.
That's a good observation.
I ain't looking at it like that. The war had to mix the air.
And you couldn't fuck with them boys.
They did.
You couldn't fuck with them boys. Beat up every motherfucking gang from here all the way back to Chicago. Yeah, that's my shit. Hey, I even played the video game when it came out. Man, that was my shit.
I even played the video game when it came out.
I did too.
Man, that was
I did too.
I'm gonna download that on my phone.
So that particular movie or that story says a whole lot about where we need to go back. The revolution is coming through the 8 and 35-year-olds. There's I've got an associate over in Kenya. Over in Kenya, Africa.
There's India.
They be hacking people's pages.
No, not that I know. They got them over there too. I done met them. But anyway, there's a movement that they had where the parliament, their parliament, which is our Congress, I take it to be, they were about to enact more taxes on the poor. They couldn't even buy diapers, Pampers and stuff. That's just how deep. And so those guys that were sitting in there, they voted like 195 to 100. But they was going to tax these folks. Well, the next ones up were in the street protesting. And you ended up, I think by the time it was over with, their thing was they were going to storm, kind of like the uprising with our past president did, you know. But anyway, some people ended up losing their lives. Right. And they were able to go back and actually find out who the soldiers were that did the shooting into the crowd. But I'm going to send it to you. And I said, they created a revolution, and what they ended up doing, they ended up removing the president, the guy that was over the parliament, and they ended up not taxing the people. But it took losing some lives, and it took the next ones up. That's that 18 through 35
They're gonna be
year
sacrifices, huh?
It's gonna be sacrifices.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a long road.
But somebody can be hiding in the bushes trying to get me.
They are gonna be
That's
sacrifices.
what you saying. You ain't answer my question.
What I'm saying is we got to continue to build up.
Yes or
you know
no.
what they say, if you cut the head off,
you ain't saying yes or no, man.
Ain't nobody hiding in the bushes on you. Your situational awareness
Only
is too
people
high.
hiding in the bushes on you.
I don't fuck with people. You can't get too close.
The only motherfucker hiding in the bushes on you is WLBT3 Channel 12, Channel 16, baby. They popping out. Look, they like TMZ on your motherfucking ass.
But I want to thank Niggaology.
Man, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Want to close with some announcements, man?
Any shout outs?
Yes, please. Continue to use Community Strong 4. My terminology for the 4, and I normally get this messed up, is we want to inform, we want to connect, we want to engage. And I think one of the biggest ones is build relationships, nurture relationships. You know, kind of hold on to your feelings or your emotions. Can't get much done like that normally in an angry environment. Build relationships. So please connect with Community Strong for Jackson MS. Drop your information in there. Make sure it's lifting. Make sure it's something that's going on. Make sure it's something that the next person can benefit from. Also, we do the little, I call it a Facebook live stream, little podcast.
It's a big podcast.
Well, I appreciate it. It's us.
Man, you doing your damn thing on there.
It's a representation.
I be watching this.
I don't know. Shit, I got to get my comments up.
Hey,
Y'all got some comments
shouts out
on
Jackie
it.
Lowe, man.
And we want to continue to
We love
support
you,
one
Jackie.
another in our adventure and in our travels, because if one goes down, another one rises up. So please stay connected, stay informed.
When your next show is?
We're doing something Thursday night. They've got at the East Center, they've got a debate. A debate. It's going to be, it's the independents. It's going to be Zach Savers. It's going to be Mr. Wade. And it's also going to be Mr. Dupreece. I think it starts at 6 o'clock.
Ken Wayne going to be there?
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah, he pretty cool too. You know, I
No,
like
no, he
people.
not. He ain't fucking cool.
I like people in their own presence. However they present themselves, I can relate to.
I don't dislike him, but he not cool.
Okay. Well, anyway, they're going to be there.
I don't know him not to like him, but he not cool.
And I don't think everybody's going to show up. So what does that say about the people that's not going to show up to be in the debate?
They don't care.
Okay.
We got to get them out the couch.
That's a
But see, that's what we got to start working on the youngsters. Like you said, the grown folks stuck in their way. We vote with John Horn.
Are you all able to cipher out the analytics on the age that's following you and watching you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that I've got to get more into Instagram.
Yeah, we got we ain't got time to run that shit though.
But that's where the people that we need to be a part of the revolution.
But if you get the subscription on any one of these things, some of them are higher than other ones. Some of them don't, like this one. The subscription ain't really that much. Yeah, you can screen to all that stuff.
Okay, but not outside of the screening. Just even being able to clip it and make it reels and drop it over there.
Yeah.
Because because we have got to infiltrate that Instagram,
all platforms,
that TikTok.
Okay, let me tell you.
And
There's a program you want to check out called Opus AI. OPUS.
I got it. But you know what? I got to spend the $20 for the pro.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, because sometimes the edits do be a little cheesy.
Well, I can't even download an hour and 45 minutes.
Nah, it give you so many credits. You gotta shorten.
I found that out
Yeah,
in
you
the
gotta
hallway.
shorten up the.
Right.
You like
So
go
that
to
means I gotta go
the
in-
like wherever you think the juicy parts is, just shorten it up to that time frame.
And that'll so sometimes I want my next ones to understand. Sometimes we have to volunteer and build so that we all can eat.
Yep.
That's why it's always good to have other types of streams of income. Sometimes you got to work. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Chick-fil-A.
Right. I do the
I
floors.
wasn't going in there to live, but some people have gone in there and actually come out as general managers and own it. So we got to stop minimizing the opportunity to receive, because no matter what you make, it's your mindset on how you manage.
They out there right now. Like I was watching something and I was seeing a lady talk on one of them meetings from Jackson talking about, we're looking for jobs and this and that. But it's jobs out here. It's just the people got to be willing to work.
And then the flip side of that is y'all advertising these jobs and you're not employing people. My son experienced that down in Houston, Texas. But I tell him sometimes the way you present yourself in present, we call it the eye test.
Yeah, what you looking for?
Because of the certain way that you show up.
And and another thing to go with that, some people don't even go on how you look. They go on that. They'll ask you, just tell me something about yourself. They want to see how you respond. Some people clam up, which it goes back to all the shit we talking about social media and being sheltered, and all that.
So we want to continue to train, we want to continue to raise, but we want you all to know that we're listening with our eyes and our ears. Niggaology 601 is listening with their eyes and their ears. Community Strong is listening with their eyes and their ears, and some of the other podcast outreaches. So we just want to make sure that we continue to share our energy among. Are you coming out to any of those forums and stuff this week?
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, he coming.
Hell yeah. Tell him about it. Hell yeah, JoJo. Run that shit.
That's a setup. He been coming.
Run that shit.
Also, in July, we got us a date booked in July. All the generals gonna be there. The non-profit generals coming on your show in July. Remember we booked that the other day?
June. That's Father's Day.
June.
We're gonna have a Father's Day. Just a Father's Day get together with some of the fathers.
And he gonna let me bring my Hennessy, but I can't smoke in there.
Yeah, bring your Hennessy. It's gonna be a Sunday.
Yeah,
don't let me white know you slipping it in there.
I'm gonna grab it in the cup.
Okay, all right. And we just gonna make sure that the fathers get an opportunity to share about just being a father. We have some fathers been through some real traumatic things. Some of us are still growing.
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, it's going to be, so we're going to have several. This coming Sunday, our Mother's Day program, we got Amanda Furge.
Who is that?
She is a spoken word lady off the chain. She is out of this world. So our goal is to get, 1,000 mothers hopefully to tune in to just experience this love and this vibration that Amanda Furge.
Epic.
Yeah, she's from Jackson. She's something else, man. Epic, she is something else. I call her 70 pounds of straight fire.
But man, you be
that fire.
We have. And it's a matter of us. Anybody that you see on there, I'm going to refer them over. So we just have to make sure that the environment that they're coming into, they feel, not things that make people feel comfortable. Where's the young man that you brought in with you? $1 million. What do you call it? Next billionaire.
Yeah, he been working for the summer, so he ain't had time to catch up on things.
I want to encourage people out there that have businesses to please come through organizations like this.
That's right.
That can give you young adults that are willing to come in and work, because you don't have to get on their ass. Brother Broomfield, Cadillac, Snow with no W gonna get on their ass.
We're gonna make it work.
So let's make sure that we pull some of these young ones in, these next ones up, so that they don't have to go and resort to other stuff. Everybody looking for some love and attention.
That's all.
All right. Community Strong, Fort Jackson, MS, Mr. Hey. I'm here with Niggaology. Snow with no W, that's right. Mr. Cadillac,
that's right.
And my beat too, Mr. Byron Broomfield, and you can't see the ladies over there, the other engineers, but they got the ladies over there working. I just can't thank you all for. Hey man, I just appreciate y'all allowing me to come in and hang out.
We appreciate you too. Y'all got it now.
Mississippi Snow, no W, cause that's that shit that fall from the sky, and I'm that motherfucking guy. You dig? You figure deal me.
1, 2, and 3.
Can I have announcements? Are you good? What you got?
Man, I got an announcement, man. I enjoy it. I want to give shouts out to Young Bleed, man. Can I do that?
How you do that?
How you do that there? Shouts out to Young Bleed, man. Social Fred.
Young Bleed, man.
La Family, yeah.
Fred,
you know what I'm talking about, 6 a.m. in the morning, you know what I'm talking
They
about.
finna bring Lil Flip down here, y'all.
Lil Flip and Young LA.
Y'all doing
Young
that?
LA, yeah, we doing all of it. Lil Flip, Young LA, yeah. Tell all your friends about it, yeah.
like
There's
I
legends
told
out here.
We also got the short film, and we also got the cartoon. We also got that popping off. And one more thing, man. Bang Bang 90 Gang.
We them boys.
Y'all know what it is.
Get that out of here. We them boys. We them boys. We them boys.
That's all you talking about.
We them boys. What's your football team is?
I don't
You don't
have
have one. We them boys. See, we them boys.
Tell the world
You can go with them boys. We them boys. Hey,
you got one tonight.
I might roll with them Cleveland Browns.
Oh man,
That's a dog. That's a
Cadillac. That's hard, man. Damn, Cleveland Browns.
Shit since shit won shit.
Shouts out to them Bengals. Damn. Shit.
Man, look.
Hey, I just want to say salute to everybody in the city that's doing anything positive and anybody moving forward with anything good, man. Good vibes only. We moving Southern Styles. This Niggaology 601, and this the Mississippi Hood Room. And with that, back to my boy Black Go to the Mac.
Well, we like to thank everybody out there that watched tonight, that's giving us love and support. Y'all make sure y'all share some people some real shit. Y'all share the bullshit all the time. Make sure y'all share some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
You gonna hit that song?
You know, so I wanna if y'all wanna come on here and fight sometime instead of going to Mexican restaurant, we can
We need to put that. We need to do that.
y'all wanna
We
fight
need to do
somewhere? Let's
that.
find
With the
somewhere
big
to fight.
gloves
Yeah.
and have some fun.
No camera.
Sell some tickets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds
Put
good.
some ass whoop. Give up some ass.
It won't be fun if it ain't like they want it to be. See, that's
Well, if they want to film it, then we can run with that. If they want to film it.
You know what? I think if we suggest it and
But I don't
offer
think
it,
it should be filmed.
it's available. So we're
Mud wrestling.
no, and we ain't doing no slap shit.
They already dirty.
They doing that slap
I
shit
don't-
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, we ain't
Them
doing
boys at the Redneck Grave, yeah,
They slapping here in the
bro,
area.
and people paying. They selling out. Yeah.
To my slap mom.
Slap, I'm talking about one motherfucker here, a table, one motherfucker there, and another motherfucker with a microphone.
That's another thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I see motherfucker get knocked the fuck out on that
Just
bitch.
like what we doing now, see, this
Yeah.
is what we fucking up here in all aspects.
Slap fest.
We sitting around right now trying to make plans for them, which they need to be sitting here with us. All of us need to make plans together. So
Start
we-
somewhere though.
that's what
Got to
we
start
need to do.
somewhere though.
That's true.
But for we make the plans for them, they ain't gonna get it. But we go take it to one of them.
I ain't gonna lie, that slap fest shit, that's hot.
We take the suggestion to one of them. Hey y'all, let's come together. Y'all get the cameras out and do this right. Where ain't
Somebody
nobody
gonna get
hear
shot
us.
down here.
They'll do it. But for us make a suggestion for them, it ain't gonna work, man.
Before I go, I got 5 minutes.
You got how long you want, man? We good.
And this is the meaning of life. Who would have thought that Socrates, the greatest philosopher known for his wisdom, calmness, and profound words, lived with a woman who constantly tested his patience? Don't have to be a woman. We live around people that constantly are testing our patience. That's what happened the other night at the restaurant. Somebody's patience got tested. Okay. His wife was infamous for her sharp tongue, dominant presence, and relentless temper. Every morning she pushed him out the house at sunrise, and he only returned when the sun was about to set. Yet despite her difficult character, Socrates always spoke of her with respect and even gratitude. He once admitted that he owed a portion of his wisdom to her, because without such daily trials and tribulations, he would have never learned that true wisdom lives in silence and peace is found in stillness. She tearing his ass up and he getting wise and wise. I gotta be quiet. One day while he sat with his students, she began shouting at him as usual. But this time she poured water all over his head. Sound like an ass whooping in the making.
Ass whooping in the making.
Okay.
Right.
Unshaken.
Holy water.
Unshaken, Socrates simply wiped his face and said calmly, well, after thunder, rain was only to be expected. Her story ended suddenly during another of her outbursts when Socrates, as always, remained calm and silent. That's what I'm working on, is being calm and silent.
More humble yourself.
Her rage overwhelmed her because the more you're quiet and silent, the more the other person get upset. She suffered a heart attack. She suffered a heart attack. She suffered a heart attack and passed away that very night. While she erupted like a storm, while she was a storm, Socrates remained a sea of calm. A sea of calm. Her name faded into history. I didn't even know the man was married.
Me neither.
I didn't even know.
First time I heard about it.
Never knew.
Yeah. You put knowledge in college.
His composure became legend. I know who don't know about Socrates. This isn't just a story of conflict. It's a reminder that strength often shows in silence, and that the greatest teachers sometimes come disguised as life's most difficult people.
That do make sense.
Real talk.
Every now and then, someone comes along and shows us who we are and what we might become. It's a matter of being in the right place at the right time, but it does not happen to everyone. I want to thank Niggaology 601 for being my everything.
Hell yeah.
Being my
Community
everyone.
strong, man.
We appreciate Community Strong coming through. A superhero king boss came through
Real
tonight.
talk, man.
Superhero king boss. Once
It's
again,
an
you want
honor.
some knowledge, come to college every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Community Strong on every day. He on here every day, all day.
Every day.
Because you guys are putting in the work.
That's right. And man,
It's an
look,
honor, man.
Look, man,
It's been an honor.
We want everybody
Been
to
an
leave
honor.
here. Watch this
I
today.
ain't through. Can I come back again later?
Oh,
You
yeah.
can come back plenty of times you want
Yes,
to.
sir.
You know
This the best show we done had so far. I enjoyed the hell.
we ain't gonna go
No.
with that. That's another show.
I ain't gonna. It was some bullshit. I was saying some bullshit. This nigga 601. We ain't gonna sit up here and tell you nothing sweet because we ain't no motherfucking honey bun. You feel
We
me?
get drunk and high like we want to because we had company, but it was a great show.
Oh, it's a real good show. Y'all might need to take some notes. This was a good show.
We acted right.
This was a good show,
you know
guys.
what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Great fucking show.
you in the house, like I said, man,
Came with
future legends in here. History
And he's gonna make it out in one piece.
And we out here every day. This man out here working every day, all day, 24/7. He on the grind. Everybody done been to our show. How he like to call it. Politicians, religious, man, hobos and hoes done been on his show.
Hey.
We'll see y'all next week. We love y'all. And make sure you tell somebody you love them. Because love spread just like that.
That's it, baby.
Nigga out of 601.
He's throwing up that heart.
Moving SouthernStyles.
That's a love.
So we continue.
No love.
Can you end it with the song?
I'm gonna end it with the song, man. Y'all check this
I
out.
want y'all to hear what my family to put down for.
Here we go.
What the hell going on up there? Go ahead and hit it for me. Snow with no W.
It's on now.
Oh, it said add effects using hand gestures. Okay, damn. They done implemented something I ain't know about.
What that song? Yeah, you ain't playing it.
Where's it playing at? Oh, they can? Damn, I wanted to hear my own shit. Oh, what? Them big ones right there?
Yeah.
I want to hit my own shit by Niggaology 601.
He thought we wasn't prepared. He wanted to hear his own shit.
Ain't nothing coming through here.
Oh, yeah.
I told him.
Make sure whoever is holding the rope is holding it tight.
Yeah.
So you can show them that you're going to climb out.
You want some knowledge, come to college.
Hey, come to college.
Community Strong. Wait till you hear it on the show, boy. Nice. And then I wrote it surrounding you.
Wow. And Coach Abasi, your name in here. Wow. That's why intercourse with you. That's why I intercourse with you here.
Pause. Get that thing, man.
Oh, he gonna be fired up when he finally
Get that thing, man. Get that thing, man.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Niggaology.
We in there.
601. Get some of that in your life.
You want some knowledge? Come to college. Whip game. We in the kitchen. Whip game.
Like Cadillac say, you need a big pot.
Big old pot.
Big pot. Y'all need to get David Archer up in here.
I'm gonna get him.
David Archer, I'm challenging you to bring that vibration to to Niggaology.
He probably watching now.
601.
David Archie.
David Archie.
Good shit, good shit.
Bring some of that moonshine with you, baby. We can drink on here, baby.
Yeah, bring some of that moonshine, man.
This gonna get your followers.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, I wanna
bring that moonshine. I'm getting him in.
I wanna shout out all 14 people on YouTube watching and everybody who snapped in watching, man.
No
W
and B2.
Yeah, man.
Byron Broomfield. Man, y'all push my ass out the door. What the door? How I get up out of here?
You enjoy yourself.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's 9 o'clock.
Hey, and with that, y'all tune in next Sunday, man. Who we got next Sunday? Zach Service?
Y'all got Zach coming?
I think that's next Sunday, wasn't it? Was it next Sunday?
He gonna come.
All right, next Sunday then, Zach Service.
He gonna bring his ass in there.
Let's go.
If you don't know, he know the day.
If you don't know, now you know.
He gonna know the day if he don't know.
Hey, man, we gotta get to these next ones.
That's right, Niggaology 601, Mississippi Hood Room. Who wants some knowledge, come to college. We love y'all. Peace, love, and soul. Like the Soul Train. And we out, baby.
Burn on the game.
I'm gonna stay on these hoes, hilltop coast on these hoes, push, moving Southern style, Southern style, coasting, money on my motherfucking mind, out here on the motherfucking grind, pushing, moving Southern style, Southern style, coasting. I'ma gon' skate on these hoes, hilltop coast on these hoes, push, moving Southern style, Southern style, coasting, money on my motherfucking mind, out here on the motherfucking grind, pushing, moving Southern style, Southern style.